Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Greyox and welcome back to another Call of Duty video. And today, guys, we have the top 5 Call of Duty Black Ops 3 DLC maps, in my opinion. Now, if you remember a few weeks back, I did a similar video to this, but the only difference was it was not the DLC maps, it was just the regular ones. And I did say that I was planning on making the DLC version, so yeah, here it is. And if you haven't checked out that other video, I would highly recommend you do so. The link will be in the description. And yeah, you guys know how this works. If you've watched the previous one, we're going to be judging these maps based on 3 main factors. First one being map design, and that's basically, you know, how many lanes does the map have, what's the layout of the map, and basically the design of the map. Second one is gameplay. Does the map depends on how the flow is it slow, is it fast paced, is it just chaotic? And the third and final factor will be how good looking the map is. And with that being said, we will also go from number 5, which is the worst, well, not the worst, but like the worst of the best, to number 1, which is the best map in my opinion. And we will also have 2 honorable mentions. And remember, this is my personal opinion, and I would honestly love to know what you guys think, so let me know down below in the comments what your top 5 Black Ops 3 DLC maps are, and let me know if you agree with my list or not. And I also want to let you guys know that for the gameplays that you guys are going to be seeing in the background, I did use private games to record those games because it is harder to get on DLC maps than it is to get on regular maps, the disc maps, because more people have disc maps and not everybody owns the DLC maps. So it is harder to find DLC games. It's not very hard, you can still find them, but it just takes a lot more time, and I didn't really have that time, and I had to get gameplay, so I did use some private games for you guys. But I set the bots at the hardened difficulty, so they're not easy, they're just like almost like online players. And yeah, with that being said, let's get right into it. So coming in at number 5, we have a map called Berserk. Now, Berserk is a map that comes from DLC 3, which is Descent. It's a medium-sized map, and it's a Viking themed map. Now, the theme of the map is really cool. It's this Viking village in a really cool place. I don't know, it's like on the mountains, and it's just super cool. It works best with assault rifles, and it has decent gameplay, but not the best. It's pretty good, but it's not like the best flow ever. And the best part of this map is how it looks. As I've already mentioned, it's a really cool theme. It's this Viking village, and it's in this mountain with snow, and it's honestly pretty cool. Looks like something out of How to Train Your Dragon or something. So yeah, that's number 5 spot, and it's a well-deserved number 5 spot in my opinion. And coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Splash. Now, Splash is a DLC map that comes from DLC 1, which is Awakening. It is also a medium-sized map, just like Berserk. And this map actually takes place in an abandoned water park, which is also really cool. And unlike Berserk, Splash works very well with SMGs and shotguns because it is very close quarters, and you're usually going into gunfights where you're very close to your enemies, so obviously SMGs and shotguns would work better than assault rifles and sniper rifles. And this map also has a very smooth gameplay flow, and it is a very interesting and colorful and vibrant map. It's filled with colors. Like, if you go around, this is one of those maps that I can just go around, not actually playing the game, but I can just go around and look at the map and not get bored, because there are just so many details, and the map is actually pretty cool. And coming in at the number 3 spot, we have Skyjacked. Now, this is a map that comes from DLC 1, which is Awakening, just like Splash. And if you didn't know, it is a remake of the very infamous Black Ops 2 map, Hijacked. Now, I remember on Hijacked, when I used to play a bunch of sniper battles and sniper challenges with my friends on Black Ops 2 on Hijacked, and I have so many memories for that map, and it's one of the more nostalgic maps for me. Skyjacked is also a relatively small map. It's not super small like Nuketown, but it's relatively small. I wouldn't classify it as medium, but I also wouldn't classify it as small. It's kind of in between. And most types of weapons work on Skyjacked because, for example, you got those rooms where SMGs and shotguns will really work well, but on the side lanes you got really long lines of sights where you're gonna be getting into long gunfights. So snipers and assault rifles would work best in those situations. And one of the best parts about this map is the gameplay flow. This map's gameplay flow is absolutely amazing. It's just really smooth, and it's never too slow, but it's also never too fast, like Nuketown, for example, so that you can't just stop for a minute and calm down and realize what's going on around you. And yeah, if it's just like Nuketown, it's really hectic and you don't really know what's going on around you most of the time. Hijacked was basically the one from Black Ops 2 was in a big yacht, but Skyjacked is pretty much the same, but on a futuristic aircraft instead. And as I've already said before, this is one of my very favorite maps in this game because of the nostalgia that I have for it from the original map Hijacked. And coming in at the number 2 spot, we have Outlaw. Now, Outlaw comes from DLC 4, which is Salvation, which was the final multiplayer DLC. And oh my god, I love this map so much. And if you didn't know, this map is a remake of the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 map, Standoff. I'm pretty sure most people know Standoff. That map was a real fan favorite map. Everybody loves that map. I honestly don't know anybody who doesn't. And Outlaw was just basically a remake. It has the same layout, but the map is in a western style. It's basically a western styled theme map, and it's honestly really cool. It's a medium sized map, so it's a bit bigger than Skyjacked, and it's perfect for ARs and sniper rifles because most of the gun engagements that you're going to be getting into are long ones. So if you picture the middle, for example, it's pretty long, so you're not going to be really getting that much of a benefit from using an SMG. And I'm pretty sure an assault rifle or a sniper rifle would do you better. And this map honestly looks absolutely stunning. If you just take a minute and look at the map, it's honestly breathtaking and it looks just amazing. And the gameplay is super smooth and it's just good as the original. Possibly, honestly, Standoff in my opinion, or Outlaw in this case, is the gameplay is a lot smoother than Skyjacked. Not saying that Skyjacked is bad, but I'm just saying it's very good. And coming in at the number 1 spot, can we get a drum roll, please? And it is Empire. Now, Empire comes from DLC 3, which is Descent. And if you don't remember, when Empire was announced, when it was announced that Empire was coming to Black Ops 3, everyone was so hyped. Everyone went crazy. And just like Outlaw, Empire is a remake of a Black Ops 2 map, which is Raid. Now, I was just saying how everybody loved Standoff back in Black Ops 2. But honestly, there is not a single human being on this earth that I have seen that hates Raid from Black Ops 2. It's such a great map, and it's honestly, it has to be one of my favorite Call of Duty maps of all time. It's that good. Raid was so good, and I am super glad they remade it in Black Ops 3 in the form of Empire. Now, Empire takes place in a huge Roman villa, which is honestly super cool. And most of these maps, if you've noticed, most of these maps are really cool. The theme behind the map and where the map takes place, I honestly found that it's really cool. And Black Ops 3 just had an amazing DLC season this year, and they really pushed their boundaries and thought outside of the box this year for Black Ops 3. Empire is also a medium-sized map, and just like Skyjacked, Empire works well with most weapons because you have close quarters and tight areas, but you also have long lines of sights where using a sniper or an assault rifle would be more ideal than an SMG or a shotgun. The gameplay is absolutely phenomenal. It plays better than Outlaw and Skyjacked by a bit, especially Skyjacked. All three maps honestly play really well, but if I had to rank them from worst to best, I would put Skyjacked, then Outlaw, then Empire. Empire just plays amazingly well, just like Raid, and not mentioning how good looking this map is. It's like, as I've already mentioned, it's this Roman themed villa, and it's super cool. Honestly, one of the really creative ideas I've seen over the years, and they definitely did a great job with remastering it. And before I end this video, we also have 2 honorable mentions. I did mention at the beginning that I do have 2 honorable mentions, and those go to Cryogen, which is from DLC 3, which is Descent. And now Cryogen is a great map, but unfortunately it couldn't make it onto this list. It's a medium-sized map and it has great flow. It also takes place in an isolated compound that holds the world's most dangerous criminals. So yeah, that's definitely interesting. And the second honorable mention is Rise. Now, I was kind of debating between myself whether I should put Rise or Micro in the spot, but I decided to go with Rise because the gameplay flow is a little bit better than Micro, and it also reminds me of a Black Ops 2 map that I really liked, which is Uplink. If you remember Uplink, I'll put a picture on the screen right now. Uplink was honestly one of the maps that I really liked, and this map, I don't know if you guys can see the relation, but this map kind of looks similar to Uplink, even in the way that it looks. So yeah, that honestly makes me like it because I have a lot of nostalgia for Uplink. And it was actually the first DLC map that I've ever played. It's a medium-sized map with great flow, and it takes place in an abandoned construction site in Switzerland, if I believe. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video because I honestly enjoyed making it. Also remember, this is just my opinion, and you guys can feel free to let me know what you think down below in the comments, and let me know if you agree or not. And subscribe to stay tuned with my content, and I will catch you guys on the next one.